Well, a slackening of some COVID-19 restrictions, but not just yet for restaurants and bars. Prime Minister Dr. Rowley made his announcement on Saturday via a press conference from Tobago. Those include beaches, churches and gyms. We have more in this report from Khrystal Wilson.
The wait is over. This as government has lifted some of the COVID-19 restrictions implemented over the past few months, meant to prevent spread of the dreaded virus. Speaking on Saturday from the Sister Isle, Prime Minister Dr. Rowley announced activity can resume at churches, gyms, cinemas, casinos and members clubs, all of which are expected to function at 50% capacity.
And we're asking you not to be smart and expect a policeman to come inside and count the heads and divide by 2. Just be sensible. Just be sensible about it. If you're accustomed having 100 people and you have 50 in there, you would know when 50% is. Because if the police pass and see 75, they'll ask you to stop.
The full complement of public service employees will return to work on Monday, ending the 50% rotation arrangement. Also open to members of the public come Monday, beaches and coastal areas across the country. The lifting of this restriction came with a stern warning from the Prime Minister, who also made it clear that for now, rivers will remain closed.
If you all run out to Pigeon Point or to Maracas, Las Cuevas tomorrow, and all of you do what the human beings do, you go there to meet people. Because that's what you do. You want to go to be seen there, you want to go to meet people, you want to be there because the lime and the action is there, the COVID is there too.
Meanwhile, things remain as is for restaurants and bars. Dr. Rowley explained after careful consideration, it was decided that public health officials will observe how things develop over the next 2 weeks.
People go to a bar to congregate. You want to drink with somebody. You want to talk to somebody. You want to lime with somebody. And after you have 2 drinks in your head, you forget about the Minister of Health and you forget about COVID. Right? That is the fact. We are not today in a position to expose the whole country to that kind of recreation. For a little while longer, we will have to sacrifice that.
Exemptions will also be granted for those who are studying and are required to conduct lab or flight work. Khrystal Wilson, TTT News.
Well, the total number of COVID-19 deaths now stands at 105. This as some restrictions have been eased by government from as early as Monday. The Ministry of Health, meantime, says 16 new positive cases of the virus has been reported in the last 24 hours. The total number of active positive cases now stands at 1,380. 71 people are in hospital. 1,267 persons are under home isolation and 157 are in quarantine facilities. 42 persons are at step-down facilities. Of the 16 new positive cases, 7 are recently repatriated persons. Well, government is considering removing the exemption process for citizens who wish to return to this country. During Saturday's press conference with the Prime Minister, Dr. Rowley said a committee, which will include the Attorney General and the Minister of National Security, is being set up to assess the effectiveness of this method, which will allow persons to access flights that might be available to bring them home.
I am now satisfied that we can monitor persons coming in by using an identification of persons who can come home and quarantine at home.
The Prime Minister explained that the tagging system will be used to monitor citizens' health conditions remotely.
And depending from where persons come, whether it's from the low risk, the medium risk or the high risk, the CMO could determine what kind of quarantine they would be required.
Well, confirmation today that the MRI machine at the Scarborough General Hospital is down and will most likely need to be replaced. This according to the THA's Secretary of Health, Wellness and Family Development, Tracy Davidson-Celestin, during the Prime Minister's press conference. Mrs. Davidson-Celestin said the recommendation so far is that a new machine should be purchased.
The MRI machine is down at this point in time. We had a technical team who would have looked to see what exactly the challenge is with that machine, and the recommendation is at this point in time that we purchase another machine. In lieu of that, we have the CAT scan services that is still ongoing, And so that will assist in making some decisions.